Hi, everybody. I wanted to jump on here very quickly and talk about why the feds dropped Motown exec Ethiopia Habtemariam from the P. Diddy Rodney Jones lawsuit because they went after the wrong person, and then how they dropped Chalice Studios because they can't find the main witness and they're not sure if he's just missing or he's unalived. But before we get into all of that, let's do a quick refresher on what this case is really all about. So basically, they're saying that P. Diddy runs his business much similar to the mob, okay, where illegal actions happen, unethical things happen. So that's the premise. And the head of this gangster, I don't know what you call it, business will be P. Diddy, his son Justin Combs, and his chief of staff. That's Kristina. Let me see. They even have pictures. I'll bring those up in a minute. Let's go over why Ethiopia was dropped from the case. So now people were saying that she's Diddy's ex chief of staff. No. She's a CEO, and I'll show you her picture in a moment. She's CEO at Motown that goes under different umbrellas. I believe they're calling it UMG. And so it's three cases rolled into one. First case, they want to get him on trafficking with young children. That's one separate case. Another separate case is deporting controlled substances, okay? Because he was working with the dealer. He would have the dealer go overseas, wherever he was. I believe the dealer's name was Brendan. And not just him, he had several. He's the one that got arrested, but he has several. And one of the several ones was his chief of staff, Kristina. Kristina is looking at jail time. So it's Justin, Diddy, and Kristina looking at jail time. Now, here is a copy of them releasing Ethiopia. They also released Chalice Records. Okay, so they have replaced in the new paperwork, I'm gonna pull that up in a minute, Ethiopia with Cuba Gooding Jr. and Chalice Records. They just dropped the case. Now, they're saying that since Diddy runs his organization like the mob, they blame the record companies for financing it because some of these freak offs went on in the studios, all on Motown's dime. It's tricky. It seems crazy, but they're saying, that P. Diddy is crooked. I'm going to put it in layman's terms. He's crooked, and you decided to work with him anyway. So one of the people that worked with him anyway is Ethiopia under the moniker UMG or Motown Records. So people are going around saying that, oh, she took a plea deal or she's going to testify against Diddy. No, that's not what happened. What she said is, listen, yeah, I financed it. I physically gave him the checks or wired the money into his account, but I have a boss that okayed it. So therefore, he's in charge, and his name is Lucian Grainge. So that's why they dismissed her, because every time she wrote a check or paid anything for Diddy, she had to get approval from her boss. Now, he filed a whole bunch of paperwork today, too. He's trying to get out of this. We'll get to that in a minute. So that's why they dropped Utopia, and she's not his ex-chief of staff. That real chief of staff is Kristina. Now, let's bring up why they released Chalice Records. Chalice Records is, they said, change of venue, but that's partial of the reason, because when this pow went down, do you guys remember between Justin and Diddy in the bathroom? Let's see if I can pull that up. When the pow went down, it wasn't in the New York offices, it was in the LA offices. Okay, so with Utopia, they dismissed her with prejudice, which means they cannot bring her back. They cannot retry this case. Chalice Records is without prejudice, which means that they can go back after Chalice Records if they want to. Now, let me bring up the Chalice Records, which I find the most important. So everybody's running around talking about Carisha. Everybody's running around talking about Daphne Joy. I mean, all that's good too, but there's some more important things going on here. At Chalice Records, they're saying that a pow went down in the bathroom between Diddy, Justin, and a man that they named G. At Chalice Records, they're saying that a guy that they refer to as G got pow in the bathroom. To make a long story short, Diddy came out and told everybody to say that the pow didn't take place in the bathroom. It took place around the corner, and they have tons of evidence, or not even evidence. They have Rodney saying that's not true because they can't get a witness to come forward that anybody that was there when they heard the pow. So at this point, it's only Rodney and maybe an anonymous person, but they don't want to come forward. Okay. But even worse than that is they can't find Mr. G. They don't know where he is. They don't know if he's missing or unalived. That's a lot of manpower to find one man. So they dropped the case, that part of the case, they dropped. They left a room open though, that because they dropped it without prejudice means they can go back and open it up again. So that forced them to drop that part of the case. There's a lot of speculation as to where in the hell is G. He is nowhere to be found. Now I want to go back. So people are scared of Diddy because a lot of people become unalived, or you know what I mean, around him. So they're physically scared of him, physically. I wanted to read this letter that Rodney wrote to the judge about how Diddy is harassing him. Okay, he says, I'm writing to provide your honor with an update regarding about reference matter on behalf of the plaintiff on March 21st. Just a couple of days ago. Hold on. Plaintiff entered into an agreement with defendant Ethiopia. Under this agreement, in exchange for a declaration that will be apprehended to the forthcoming amendment complaint, the plaintiff has agreed to dismiss claims against, that's Ethiopia's last name. Don't get me to pronounce it because I can't. Furthermore, the plaintiff has elected to dismiss claims against Chalice Recording Studios. This decision enables the plaintiff to refile these claims in Los Angeles, where CRS is headquartered. These dismissals are made pursuant FRCP. Okay. Although we've been in constant contact with the writer, that's Rodney, through threatening emails and letters, the remaining defendants have yet to appear in the case. Instead, defendant Sean Combs, through his representatives, has engaged in concerning behavior, including manufacturing stories to TMZ. They actually list TMZ. And dispatching his agents to harass plaintiffs. This is Rodney's 8-year-old daughter, the mother of his child, and ex-spouses, all of whom have expressed fear of potential harm from defendant Combs. He's going around threatening people. He had to call the cops. These actions have compelled the plaintiff and his loved ones to file a police report. Okay, so they're saying he's harassing Rodney. He's harassing the other defendants. We don't know where G is. He's up to his old tricks. Now, a lot of people are scared of Diddy, and I understand. He has a track record. You know, he just has he has a record of being violent. He has a record of beating people up. Remember Wendy Williams, the football coach, the guy, the photographer that took the camera. There's this rapper in England. His name is Giggs. They're saying that he supplied Puffy with the escort, prostitutes, and in England. So the party just didn't happen here in the United States in one of his 7 homes and on his flight and on his yacht. They also took place in England. Now, Giggs have said that that's not true, but they're saying that he's very, very fearful. So let me play this thing that I came across on TikTok that I found interesting.
Blind item that is allegedly about British rapper Giggs and Diddy and TD Jakes and how they are both afraid of Diddy. The British rapper slash supplier, Giggs, is still in contact with Mr. Freakoff, Sean Diddy Combs, which is why he was too afraid to denounce him by name in his bathrobe response. There is a reason they wore coordinated red outfits at the party in London. There is a reason why the owners of the restaurant slash club, which rhymes with quiche, don't want the world to see the security footage from the night of the party. There is a reason they shared the same dressing room. The British rapper will never call Freakoff out by name because of this reason. TD Jakes is afraid of him too, but people know. Just ask the owner of the club that rhymes with quiche or the chauffeur service they used to get to the club. They were shocked. Those closest to the televangelist warned him about being associated with Mr. Freakoff, but he did not listen.